To the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's go. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin, technical analysis, and quoting the High Priest Max Kaiser. Bukelenomics explain. #1, economic freedom. #2, slash government waste. #3, use difference to expand the public domain. The president has the engineering chops of Steve Jobs and the political foresight of JFK. Bitcoin guarantees success. Also in today's show, don't panic fam. Only 11 of Elizabeth Warren's 330 bills have ever passed. We know she has a very unfriendly crypto bill. We'll be breaking this down for you, as well as the latest with El Salvador's Bitcoin bonds getting regulatory approval, targeting Q1 for the volcano bond launch. Let's freaking go. Also in today's show, JPMorgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon fears the rise of crypto, according to Morgan Creeks. Mark Yusko will also be discussing a Bitcoin washout completed as Bitcoin is aiming higher for $48,000 above and beyond. Let's freaking go. We'll also be discussing Bloomberg predicting a crypto supercycle, sending the Bitcoin price on a rally to $500,000 per coin. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? Make some noise in that live chat. Good to see Barry BTC, Mark P, James Elsey, Casey Gates, Eric Castro, Bitcoin Maximus, Digital Dankness. What up, family? Let me know if the stream is loud and clear and smooth. I greatly appreciate that. No one watched the live without Will Smithing the like button. That's right. You got to Will Smith that like. I appreciate that, family. Good afternoon, David. Welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, fam. What it do? Will Stopson versus Guru. Always a pleasure to see your familiar face there in the chat. Good morning to Hackstack. Welcome, family. Checking in from Houston, says Barack. I appreciate you tuning in from Houston, Texas. What up, stress-free? Greetings, fam. Jeff Rhodes in the building, says loud, clear, and smooth. Thank God for that one. Green Thumb, welcome, family. Shout out to all the Dr. Green Thumbs out there. What up, JV? Shout out to DJ Polarizer. Good to hear ya. Nate, welcome, says loud and clear. Good to know. Will Smith, that sucker. What up, JV? Time for the #1 Bitcoin pod. Let's get it. Welcome, Squirrel Bait. What's new, family? Yes, we officially live right now. Bitcoin is pumping. We're up $500 for the day after yesterday's, or I'd say that big correction we have seen. It dropped several thousand and we're working our way back up. Bitcoin is trading just above 41,200. That's a live feed with the Bitcoin price action, just FYI. Welcome, Daniel Cormier, one of my favorites and one of the all-time greats. So appreciate you, fam. Emilio, I appreciate that super. Much love, much respect. I appreciate all your support. Friday is dollar cost average day, so I'm hoping Bitcoin stays lower for a few more days. Actually, good question. How many of you took advantage of the recent dip? I think we tapped in the 40,000 range and we've been making a little bit of a comeback. So let me know if you were able to take advantage of that dip. I know many of you were praying to Satoshi, please, please dip so I can buy more, right? Because it's like a division here. Half of you just want Bitcoin to moon. The other half of you feel I don't have enough yet. I got to stack more sats before we rise. So Satoshi blesses everyone. So count your blessings. Slap that Chris Rock like. Thank you, Serge. I appreciate that. Hello, just my opinion. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to all of our moderators. Always doing a fantastic job. Casey got some cheap biddies. Love to hear that. Music to my ears, Casey. Congratulations. Who else bought that dip? Let me know. DJ says, are all buying the dip? Driving, so can't chat, but much love to all listening to JV. Thank you, Emilio. Greatly appreciate that. Safe driving, fam. The daddy is on its way back, says Jersey Bean. Barry says, yes, I have been buying. Good to hear. You can never, ever have enough BTC. That's right. Michael Saylor, his company has 174,000 plus BTC. He'll tell you the same thing. You can never have enough. It's going up forever, Laura. I appreciate that once again, Emilio. Much love. I bought some sats right before the dip, expecting it to go up. It's cool. It'll pay for itself or pay off in the long run. 100%. So anyone with Bitcoin, you only lose what you sell. So if you don't sell, your Bitcoin is still equivalent to what you bought it at. So that's why we put it in cold storage. Sit tight for the next decade and watch that baby go to the moon. Let's keep in mind, Bitcoin's up 20 million% since 2011. Let that one sink in. Don't chat while driving. Just make sure you hit the like button before you hit the car in front of you. Bring facts. You the man. What up, Jer? I couldn't buy more Bitcoin because I already went all in. Completely understand that. I think many of our fam can relate to that. Bought more Bitcoin miner Bitfarms on his pullback, already moving higher. And the leader in the whole space, given the recent news. Good to note, Nate. I know Bitcoin miners are killing it. So shout out to Bitfarms out there. And welcome, Chris. I appreciate you tuning into the live. What up, Gato Negro? Saludos from Miami. Saludos, family. Appreciate ya. Buy and hodl. Sage advice, C-Dog. That's the name of the game. You know what I mean? But anyways, fam, I appreciate all the support. This is a live and interactive show, so keep that in mind. And everyone be sure to say hello and let me know where you're tuning in from in that live chat. And a quick reminder, if you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button as you will receive daily premium crypto news alerts. Also, you'll get an on-screen shout out by yours truly. Also, be sure to smash the like button and hit the bell icon to turn on all notifications so we can get this mofo lit like the Christmas tree. You see right there on your screen, and I greatly appreciate it all. It helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being shared, this is pod episode number 1489. I'm your host, JV, and today is December 12th, 2023, and yes, we live. So let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You should be able to see Coin 360 here on your screen. We got Bitcoin up 1.3% on the day, trading above 41,250. We got BNB up almost 7% and Cardano up almost 8%, while Ethereum and Solana are currently pulling back and in the red. And let's zoom out on the weekly. Let's not forget, it's been a lit fourth quarter thus far. Even the first week of December has been pretty incredible as far as price action. And this is our first dip after a couple of months, really, a significant dip. So we've been on a higher climb trajectory, which is pretty cool, especially heading into 2024 around the corner. You can see Bitcoin is, this is on the 7-day, Bitcoin is down 1.7%, and Ether is down 2.6%. Let's zoom out a little more for the monthly. Now, there we go. Bitcoin is up 11% on the month. Solana up 20%. AVAX up 123%. Good Lord. Cardano up 49%. And ETH just up a modest 6%. And XRP is actually in the red on the month, down 7%. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap is sitting at 1.55 trillion with roughly 76 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance has stabilized at 52% even, with the Ether dominance on the decline, back at 16.9%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers of the past 24 hours, Osmosis up 27%. We have Celestia up 23%, and Cosmos/Atom up roughly 22%. Now, which altcoins, if any, are you most bullish on for this bull run? Please do let me know in the comments right down below. And checking out Crypto Bubbles so you can get a visual perspective of the overall market. You can see many gainers actually on the day. You got Atom up 22%, INJ up 17%, Kuji up 30%. Kind of sounds like another term I'm sure you're all familiar with. KCS is up 18%, and Beam up 16%, and Celestia up 23%. Zooming out on the weekly, even bigger gains. BitTorrent's up a whopping 164%, Bonk up 70%, and we zoom out on the monthly. Now we got Bonk up almost 400%, Celestia up 200%, HNT up 133%, Ordi up 140%, Beam up 167%. Is this the alt season? Let me know, fam. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated a 67 in greed. Yesterday was a 74, last week a 75, and last month a 73 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Where do you feel the month of December will likely take us as far as a price action peak for the month? Please do let me know. The current local top for the year is roughly 44,750. So we're on the cusp of smashing 45, and then we corrected. So once we can recapture 45 and flip that resistance into a support, then it's onwards and upwards, continuing to march towards 50,000. Now, Mohammed says ICP is going to pop at any moment. OG Blockchain, welcome family. Altcoin season, baby. Craig, the space bum. We need to go up 2 points in greed. Oh, to hit 70 again there, fam. I watched influencer show for their long positions on the 2x of the value of my total Bitcoin holdings yesterday. Damn, just too much money. Just be careful trading, even with 2x leverage with extreme volatility in the market, especially around the time of the halvings. This is notorious. We get extreme volatility. Banks start accepting Bitcoin as collateral yet? Not yet squirrel bait, but the good news, there's some decentralized protocols which you can take advantage of to borrow against your Bitcoin, including Aave, and I know there's a few other options out there as well. I think once we get the ETF approval, which they're saying 90% chance of the ETF being approved in January 10th, only 1 month out, then that's when everyone in the world acknowledges and recognizes Bitcoin as pretty much a store of value and as a asset class. That's when I feel the banks will start implementing products where you can borrow against your Bitcoin. What are your thoughts? What up, Big Will? Bukele 2024. Let's freaking go. Much respect to Bukele. I'm praying he wins the presidency. For the beautiful people of El Salvador, he has my support. How about you guys? What's good, JV? SoCal in the house. Shout out SoCal and all my fam out there in Cali. I'm all in on Bitcoin and Render. Good to hear, family. Abida, if I'm pronouncing your name right, hopefully so. What up? What's good? What's new? I hit 6. Oh, I see. You like that 69 number, guys. Chillin' Surge. Raven says, what's good, JV? I appreciate you tuning in, Raven. We're going to be diving into our Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out some of the charts here in a bit. Invest Bitcoin miners and historically get 3x Bitcoin on average. The leaders, a lot higher. Less risky leverage than margin. There you have it, coming from Nate. Just bought the Trump NFT. Oh, that's right. I saw Trump announce his third collection of NFTs. Are they sold out yet? The mugshot collection. Oh, snap. Like from the mugshot from when he got arrested or indicted. Maybe Trump is okay with crypto now. I think Millennia has an NFT collection too. If I remember correctly, it's on the Solana network. Oh, that is right. Melania did introduce a NFT as well. I don't know if that was last year or the previous year. Where's my Kaiser candle? We're all waiting for that, Carlos Pinto. So send it. Let's get our prayers up to Satoshi. Please send us the Kaiser candle. That's all I want for Christmas, Santa. That's all I want, Satoshi. That would be a $100,000 candle in a single uptick, taking us to $141,000 per coin. That was on the back of the news that Max leaked that Qatar was looking to invest half of their sovereign wealth fund, which is roughly $500 billion, which is a half a trillion, into Bitcoin, which would be lit like a mofo. Clearly, there's only a limited amount of Bitcoin even available at this time on the exchanges, probably no more than 2 million. So I don't know if they can get their hands on that much, but it would be quite the announcement if it came officially, right? I think it would send everything parabolic because game theory is kicking in where nation states, countries, asset managers are all fighting to get their hands on Bitcoin right now, which is a beautiful thing. Kaiser candle will be January 11th. Okay, the day after we get the approval of the ETF. Okay, Jeff, I hope you're right. What up, CNA? Watching from the job. I appreciate you, KOTM, and I can't wait till you can walk away from your job and until you're set with your Bitcoin hodlings and never have to worry about working another day in your life. So I hope that will be soon. I can't believe there is a coin called, what is that? CoinNU? I've never heard of it. You guys let me know. Gonna win with Bitcoin's Grey Cup in Canada. What's the Grey Cup? Is that an event, fam? Clue me in. Give me till February before the Kaiser candle, please. I want more sats. Completely understand. You do still have a window of opportunity, clearly. So get to work and start stacking them stats while you still can, because it's never going to be this easy to accumulate an entire Bitcoin. Never, right? When that window closes, ETF approval, Bitcoin halving, April, 4 months out, you already know we're trending towards 100,000 per coin. We may not ever drop back down to this price level. What are your thoughts? DJ says, any thought on Bitcoin dipping to 36 before the end of the year? Anything's possible. I think it was Willy Woo, on-chain analyst that I respect. He says we can dip to 39. So 39 would be the low target, in my opinion, following my favorite TA folk, because I don't claim to be a chartist, because I'm not, but I feel I follow the very best there are, and Willy Woo is one of them. Let me know your thoughts. So yeah, if we don't hold that 41, we may test 39. But 36, I'm a little more optimistic than that. I think we're likely to return north towards Christmas and the holidays, but anything can happen. Be prepared for all scenarios. If the price dips, take advantage of it and be a winner. And if the price doesn't dip, just count your blessings that you have a bag and appreciate those blessings for the price going up and appreciating. Bitcoiners win all the time. We win during the dips. We win during the pumps. The biggest losers are those sitting on the sidelines without a position right now. Bullish on Google advertising news. That's another thing. They're welcoming crypto back in their advertising. Sign of the times. Give me Liberty or give me a spot Bitcoin ETF. Amen, Mohammed. I'm with you on that. Jennifer, welcome. welcome. Stacking the stats. Love to hear that. Did BlackRock already buy their Bitcoin? Yes, they started seeding their ETF, and who knows how much Bitcoin they bought behind the closed doors without announcing it. Who knows? It's a mystery, but I think a lot of the asset managers are buying right now, which is what's been driving the price up. But anyways, fam, let's kick it off with our Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out some of the charts where the Bitcoin price action is likely to take us next. Bitcoin faces the uphill struggle to reignite its uptrend after the biggest one-day losses of 2023. Bitcoin continues to claw back lost ground after falling to lows of 40,200 after the December 10th weekly close. The latest from Cointelegraph and TradingView shows here on the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart. Bitcoin price actions taking a break from the relentless gains, one which may argue was long overdue. New key support and resistance levels are in play. The coming days are already set to offer plenty of potential volatility triggers. We have the U.S. macro data releasing beginning on December 12th, which is today, with the Fed interest rate decision and commentary from Jerome Powell, the chairman, following, I guess that would be tomorrow. The stage is set for a showdown that may involve more than the crypto markets. Let's first discuss these Bollinger Bands, with Bitcoin bouncing where it was supposed to. While painful for the late longs, the 7.5% Bitcoin price dip, which followed the weekly close, offered a form of reset for the frantic crypto markets. Congratulations, Raven, on joining the HODL Gang. For those that don't know, HODL Gang is a paid membership to the channel. I believe it's $2.99 a month. It helps support the channel here, and we already have over 200 paid members in the past week, which I am super grateful for each and every one of you. So congratulations, Raven, and congratulations to the entire HODL Gang. Now, quoting James Van Straten, Bitcoin has now dropped 7.5% today, which would be the single biggest one-day drop this year. It has overtaken the drop in March during the banking collapse, negative 6.2%, when we bottomed out at 20 Gs. Now, we also dropped 7.2% in August when Bitcoin bottomed out at 26,000. This was needed, consensus agrees, as unchecked upside typically results in a violent reaction on the longer as it continues. Now, very overextended, so a pullback was due, says John Bollinger, the creator of the Bollinger Bands. Quoting him here, "Stop right where it was supposed to. That doesn't happen too often. Now we look to see if support can hold." What are your thoughts on that? Do you think we will hold and continue marching back up, or do you think we're likely to correct lower? Bollinger referred to the Bollinger Bands data with an accompanying chart showing, amongst other things, the forcefulness of the latest upside within the context of the broader recent Bitcoin price strength. Quoting him here on the daily, "The air is getting a bit thin up here, but all we see as of now are signs of strength. We are outside both the daily and the weekly Bollinger Bands with no divergences. The last controlling formation was the 2-bar reversal at the middle Bollinger Bands completed on November 21st. So there you have it, coming directly from the creator of the Bollinger Bands. Now let's discuss the large Bitcoin buyers may play buy the dip, sell the rip. Let's go. Looking at the behavior of the large volume traders, some commentators see encouraging signs after the open interest flush at the hands of the dip. Uploading a print for the order book liquidity on the largest global exchange, Binance, trading resource Material Indicators revealed the new band of support at 38.5. Now, while the lower than both the 40,000 and this week's bottom, Material suggested that institutional size bids could now be returning, but there is a caveat. Accompanying analysis concluded it's not yet clear whether they are legitimately starting to accumulate at these levels or just buying the dips and selling rips. Quoting him here, "After all, we have a Fed rate hike decision coming this week, and Jay Powell's speeches are typically good for some volatility." And continuing on December 12th, SKU considered the odds manipulation amongst the larger players, quoting SKU Analytics, seeing a bit of change in the mindset of the large spot players whom were actively chasing the price before. The current mindset seems to be buy the dip, sell the rip, till the bid depth of liquidity improves for the large capital to return. Now, SKU put the key Bitcoin price areas to watch at 38 to 40,000 and 44 to 45,000 respectively. So the low to look out for, Willy Woo right on point. As I mentioned earlier, 38,000 could be a corrected low, but we could also see 44 to 45, with 45 being the new annual high. Now, Bitcoin will greet the yearly close in a new range. According to trader Ali, he noted that the range around 38,000 as a formidable barrier against the major downside. Quoting him here, "In case of a deeper correction, Bitcoin finds solid support between 37,150 and 38,360. This zone is backed by the 1.52 million addresses holding 534,000 BTC. Also watch out for the two resistance walls that can keep the Bitcoin uptrend at bay. One at 43,850 and another at 46,400. And quoting crypto analyst Mikhail Van de Popp, crucial levels to hold for Bitcoin are on the higher time frames, 36.5 to 38. With this correction, we'll see bounces coming from 39.5 to 40,000 back to the 42,000 plus mark. Bitcoin is likely going to create a new range before the end of the year. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of this analysis. A quick shout out to Timothy Music. He wrote, "Love your channel, brother. I have been watching your show evolve since the beginning. Thank you for your commentary and well thought out show." You're very welcome, Timothy McMahon Music. I appreciate the super. It means a lot. And thank you so much for supporting the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. And thanks for sticking around back when the podcast wasn't what it is today, because I know we have come a long way. Now, I actually want to go back and share this tweet from Max Kaiser. He shared, Bukelenomics explain. #1, economic freedom. #2, slash that government waste. #3, use difference to expand the public domain. The president has the emerging chops or engineering chops of a Steve Jobs and the political foresight of JFK. Bitcoin guarantees success. I love that. Music to my ears. And before I actually read the chat, I actually want to check out some of these charts in real time. This is TradingView right now. This is the 1 second candle chart. Let me know if you've ever seen a 1 second chart before. You can see we're trading just above $41,140. And those blue targets that you see below the current price action, those, let me define what these are. Those are the Elliott waves. So you know Elliott wave theory comes in 5 waves. We also have the Fibonacci out here, as well as all the signals. We're going to switch it from the 1 second to get a broad perspective. Let's go to the 1 minute. Then we'll do the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 1 day, just to get a perspective. Let me know if you're enjoying this segment of the show where I pull up the live chat from TradingView. I want to make sure you're getting value out of this. You can see some targets printed on the 1 minute. We have a big target sitting at 42,167, small target sitting at roughly 41,417. And then we have a lower target at 40,878. Let's zoom out now on the 1 hour chart. And you should be able to see here, we have a few targets as well. The target north shows us 44,821, which would be a double bottom target. We have a long forecast target as well, which you can see in the red, hovering at around that $45,000 level as well. That's the falling wedge indicator. And if we zoom out on the 4 hour, which is one of my favorite charts, let's check it out here. You can see where we're at currently. And those lines at the top are actually Bollinger Bands. We were discussing the Bollinger Bands earlier, those teal looking lines. And then the big thick lines are the moving averages, the blue thick line, the purple thick line, and the orange thick line. Just FYI fam, so you can get a perspective of where we're currently at. Now let's take a look at the 1 day chart to get a broader perspective. Congratulations, Paul Williams. Thank you for joining the Hodl Gang, becoming a paid member of the channel. It means the world to me. And happy 420. We just surpassed 420 people live in the show. I love it. So there's a target here on the daily chart. The target is 49,000. It's a bullish pennant. So that's pretty cool. We do have a bullish pennant breaking out on the daily chart. So let me know your thoughts, fam, and let me know if you enjoy this segment where I show you the charts. And let's get back to our regular programmed show here. Let's go back to the chat. Welcome, David Number. Let's go. Welcome, Keith. I am bullish on Cardano and XRP. Thanks. Where all my money? And that, what does that say? ETH point 20. Right on, guys. I appreciate you sharing. What up? How many of you guys own XRP? Ask Keith. Someone's bullish. Hodl Gang, Hodl Gang, Hodl Gang. You got that right, Knoxville, 100%. Representing Alberta, New Mexico. Shout out to Jeremy Rocha. Appreciate your family. Happy 420, says Jay Martinez. That's what's up. What up, gang? My new Bitcoin prediction is $5 trillion by tomorrow. Send it and let's get it. I hope you're right, family. I'd love to wake up to that. Yes, smash the likes. We need more likes, Tony. The more likes, the merrier, because it gets more eyes on the channel, on the stream, and just more love from the algorithm, which we need to hit our goal, which is 100,000 subs. What do people think about SHIB with its upcoming burn update? Any Shibo people here? Let us know. And what are your thoughts? Nate wants to know. I know Dankness is bullish on SHIB. I know he became a SHIB hodler back when it was in the pre-mining stage. I know some of these cats are early adopters to Bitcoin as well. Some of these folks have been here since 2011, talking about true OGs. Altcoins are trash, even though I have a bunch. At least you're honest there, Black Swan the Don. At least you're honest. Rolling Titan into my Bitcoin bag. Well, what's Titan, family? Is that an altcoin as well? I'm not familiar with that one. Please do let me know. Yeah, what up, Raven1. Appreciate you tuning in as well. XRP is going to be lit in January is my prediction, says Raven. No mommies, press the likes. Well, I appreciate you, man. All the likes help out tremendously. Let's keep it real. We good to 37.9. So hodl and buy, says OG Blockchain. Screw all the ISO coins, says Ken. I understand your sentiment on that one. I mean, ISO coins are pretty much weapons against humanity, in my humble opinion. For example, CBDCs, yeah, not good. That's designed to enslave humanity, programmable money by the central banks. Now, what is XRP? It's a bridge currency technology, which is the chosen tech and coin to basically carry out this CBDC. So yeah, I don't support that either. Mohammed, thank you for subbing to the #1 Daily Pod. I buy all the alts that Tika recommends. Shout out Tika Tawari. I like Tika. He actually lives here in Puerto Rico as well. He actually purchased my friend's home. Small world. Sorry about the disrespect the other day. If you pissed me off, I just read the numbers and I was trying to ask a legitimate question, but somebody in the community answered that question, and thank you. All good, Keith. All love here, man. Bitcoin to the moon. Let's go. I wouldn't buy Doge or Shiba with my enemy's money. No meme coins for you. I have what? 20, is that 20 million or 20 billion sheep? Good Lord. Just in case, says Jersey. It is a meme coin called, oh, okay, COQIN. Okay, good to know. Are you bullish on that one? I say December 25th, we're going to get the 140,000 Bitcoin Christmas present. Oh boy, wouldn't that be lit? It's the only present I'll ever ask for. I'll never ask for another Christmas present. If we can just hit that 100K Kaiser candle for Christmas. All coins on trash, you have to sell them. You don't hold them. Ripple's going to do a lot of ads on YouTube. Yeah, they already are. I was suggesting as soon as you get above a 25% return, you sell anything. I disagree there. You know what I mean? Think of that. Back in 2011, you bought Bitcoin. Oh, it's up 25%. Let's dump. But if you would have just held for the long haul, we're talking 20 million% gains. That's pretty wild. So you got to keep that in mind. I've lived here in Puerto Rico for 15 years. Oh, shout out to Joe Buddy. That's what's up. I've been here now going on 6 years. Time flies. I guess it's been 5 years right now. I've been in Puerto Rico, relocated here in 2018, fam. I just bought my first meme ever, Snack. Still a baby in comparison to all the other memes. And the top one on Cardano, but otherwise Bitcoin only, says Tony. God candle for Christmas, please, says Passive. Shout out Passive. What up, Giovanni Ryan? I come to bring the good word of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Coin. Well, all hail the King. Thank you for tuning in, fam. What are the chances XRP gets to, what is that, $10 by 2024? Wow. I mean, what's the current price action? We're probably closer to 60 cents or 70 cents right now. Where are we at? So can it 10, 15x? It's possible. Anything's possible. So you got to keep that in mind. If someone says something is impossible, they're new to crypto because we've seen it all, right? Send us 2,000 XRP and we'll send you back 4. Yeah, don't fall for those scams, family. That goes for every crypto. If you ever see Elon Musk, CZ, any influencer, Joe Rogan, and there's a YouTube video of them saying, just send me X amount and I'll send you, it's always fake, 100% of the time. It's never going to be that easy to get rich where you just send your favorite influencer some Bitcoin and he sends you back 10 times the amount. Not going to happen. You know what I mean? Never. What up, Paul? Loving the show. Appreciate it. Shout out to the UK hodler. Let's go. What about Bencoin? Yeah. That's all I got to say. Bro, I told you about the correction. I think Cosmos and Polygon are next good moves. Right on. Cosmos is definitely a good project. Polygon's definitely a solid project as well as a layer 2 scaling solution for the Ethereum network. But anyways, fam, let's dive into our next story of the day. Let's discuss the latest with Senator Warren's whack bill, trying to police crypto. But the good news is she rarely gets any of her bills approved. So that's kind of the silver lining here. But anyways, let's discuss the latest with Senator Warren. It says 330 bills have never passed. Only 11 out of the 330. Thank God for that. But hey, one is too many. If it comes from her, it's corrupt. Her and Gary are colluding together, right? When they are on the Senate and, whatever in front of Congress. So I don't trust either Warren or Gensler, just keeping it real. U.S. Senator Warren's crypto anti-money laundering bill has been causing a massive stir in the crypto industry, but some have pointed out that the senator's bill has a track record of not going anywhere. Facts. According to the data from the bill tracking platform Government Track, Warren has introduced 330 bills during her 11 years as senator. 10 were eventually folded into other bills, and only one relatively obscure bill has ever been enacted. This was the National POW/MIA Flag Act, which required the prisoner of war missing in action flag to be displayed alongside the U.S. flag on some federal property. Very few bills are ever enacted. Most legislators sponsor only a handful that are signed into law, according to Government Track. Most of the time, members of Congress take actions such as putting up legislative amendments and working on committees, which go largely unnoticed by the public. Now, reintroduced in July, Warren's Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act aims to close the gaps in the country's money laundering rules by classifying a range of crypto applications, including non-custodial wallets and firms as financial institutions regulated under the Bank Secrecy Act. You can see her tweet here from Warren. The same rules should apply to the same kind of financial transactions with the same kind of risks. So my new bipartisan Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act will make the crypto industry follow the same anti-money laundering standards as banks, brokers, and Western Union. No thank you, Miss Warren. Go take a hike. I was going to say something much meaner, but whatever. So far, the bill has garnered bipartisan support, and a further 5 senators from Warren's Democratic Party agreed to co-sponsor the bill. So let's throw all of those mofos under the bus. Anyone supporting her is corrupted, and it couldn't be any more clear. But the bill would effectively ban Bitcoin, according to Galaxy Research head. Yeah, could you imagine them trying to ban Bitcoin? Good luck with that. I believe China tried and they failed. So good luck. Still, they opposed the bill, warned it to choke out crypto in the United States. Galaxy Research's head of firm-wide research, Alex Thorne, claimed on a December 11 Twitter post that the bill would be an effective ban on Bitcoin and crypto because they perceive Bitcoin as a direct threat. That, my friend, is nothing new. Thorne pointed to clauses in the act that extend know your customer requirements to crypto wallet providers, miners, and validators, saying such decentralized software cannot plausibly perform centralized compliance functions, as Alex Thorne points out here. Requiring non-custodial open source software to perform bank-like compliance is the big attack. Bitcoin's enemies have always threatened it is impossible for Bitcoin Core, for example, to comply with this. So it amounts to an effective ban of Bitcoin in the USA. So that's basically what her bill represents. It's an indirect way for her to ban Bitcoin. Good luck, like I said, with that. Warren's bill would effectively outlaw crypto in America, according to Thorne. Now, Niraj, the communications director at crypto think tank Coin Center, shared direct attack on technological progress and personal privacy. While proposed as a solution to potential money laundering and terrorist financing, the bill is in fact a repudiation of liberal values. Amen. And shout out to anyone standing their ground against her on this. The bill cannot be improved. It can only be opposed in its entirety. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding this anti-Bitcoin, anti-crypto money laundering bill? Let me know if you feel she has any chance of any success with it. I think it's not going to have any traction personally, but what are your thoughts? I'll read them out loud. Money laundering. Let's just ban stocks and all other assets as well. Let's just ban money. I think you make a good point, Woba. You know what I mean? They're using money laundering as a way, like a deflection, basically to just attack crypto. When we know the biggest money launderers, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JPMorgan Chase, the tapeworm himself. They've been fined $38 billion. This is factual. $38 billion in fines for things like money laundering, manipulating the markets, like precious metals. How many times has he gotten caught with his hand in that cookie jar? You know what I mean? Jamie Dimon, the tapeworm. Yet, give him a little slap on the wrist. Just pay a few $1 billion. You'll be fine, right? So you already know. Just subscribed. Very well spoken. Thank you, Birdie the Lucky. I appreciate that, family. Senator Warren can kick rocks. There you go. I like that one. Kick rocks, Senator Warren. And fall off the mountain. Even better. Please fall off the mountain, Senator Warren. Can we ban Wall Street execs? Please. I think anyone committing the crimes should pay the consequences. I don't think just because you're the CEO of a major banking institution, which happens to be the largest in the U.S., you should get away with it. I think he should be locked up behind bars next to Sam Bankman-Fried. What do you guys think? Jamie the Tapeworm from Rocco's Modern Life. Exactly. Thank you again, Birdie. I appreciate you. When I hear the name Birdie, I think of Tupac from Above the Rim. Remember he played that character Birdie? That was one of my favorite movies. I think I was in like 6th grade when that came out. The Above the Rim soundtrack, so lit. Don't forget Jeffrey Epstein's connection. There you go. We can't forget about that. Jamie Dimon, why were you banking for Jeffrey Epstein? We already know he's bad news. So I think there's an old saying, show me your friends and it tells you so much about yourself. And that's exactly. Yeah, Woba's right. Cancel the cancelers. There you go. Antennas at the Great Cup is the trophy you win. Okay, in the football championships. Right on. And when you say football, you talking about American football or international football, meaning soccer in America. Let's go. Senator Karen has never passed the bill. I like that. She is a Karen for sure. Can bonk catch sheep? Yes, please. Somebody has a bonk bag. 22 million sheep tokens. I think the makers of the coin will burn, baby, burn. There are use cases for SHIB. It is the only altcoin I own and my huge 1/4 Bitcoin. Well, congrats on those Bitcoin hodlins, JB. Wishing you much success with your meme coin. In Canada, the Great Cup is on by the winning football team of the season. Oh, good to know, Captain. Banana. Appreciate you joining us, Captain. What'd it do? The only real football is foosball. Oh, I remember foosball in my air hockey days as well. Just bought ETH 2.0 on and in Bitcoin. If you do any research, anything, want to hodl forever. The only, yeah. Anyways, fam, let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest with these volcano bonds. Bukele 2024. Let's freaking go. And shout out to the high priest, Max Kaiser. Here's the latest with what's going on with the volcano bonds, which we've been long anticipating. El Salvador's long anticipated Bitcoin bonds, also known as volcano bonds, have reportedly received the regulatory nod for their launch early 2024, year of the halving, year of the ETF. Let's go. I think divine timing personally. The volcano bond was approved by El Salvador's Digital Asset Commission, and it's anticipated to launch during the first quarter of next year. And again, next year is like 3 weeks away. According to a December 11th statement from the National Bitcoin Office, as shared here, the breaking news on X. Now, the country's pro-Bitcoin leader, Nayib Bukele, also seemingly confirmed the news in his own post, caption, when volcano bond, while also reposting several posts noting that the bonds will be issued in Q1 of 2024. So let's freaking go. The possibility of the country issuing the volcano bonds initially came about back in November of 2021. And on November 10th was actually when we hit the current all-time high of 69,000. How many of you remember that? Let me know. Now, El Salvador first passed the landmark legislation providing the legal framework for Bitcoin-backed bond on January 11th. The volcano bond is intended to pay down the sovereign debt and fund the construction of the country's proposed Bitcoin City. Now, the On BTC said that the bond will be issued on the Bitfinex Securities platform, a trading site for blockchain-based equities and bonds registered in El Salvador. It signals the beginning of Bitcoin-based capital markets in the country, with the bond set to last 10 years and pay 6.5% in annual return to the holders. Now, El Salvador recently launched a 241 megawatt Bitcoin mining project worth $1 billion, which will tap into the country's volcanic resources through a partnership with Luxor Technology. Now, Conchaga is the name of the volcano that will power the country's mining operations. So geothermal volcano mining, let's freaking go. Don't get more lit than that. Now, this is also going to provide the blueprint because there's volcanoes all across Central America and South America and all over the world. So imagine all the countries that could potentially be tapping into the free energy of the earth to be mining Bitcoin. This is pretty big and revolutionary. So I'm pretty excited. The approval comes nearly 20 months after the country's former finance minister said the volcano bond would launch in mid-March of 2022. But clearly, they decided against that as it just wasn't the proper time during that bear market. So I think, once again, early first quarter 2024, divine timing from Bukele, because that's the start of the next major bull run. And you already know we can see a super cycle. Today's top story, we're going to be discussing Bloomberg predicting a $500,000 Bitcoin rally via this super cycle. So you already know, family. Welcome, Project Publishing says, wow. Are you referring to the volcano bonds there, family? Let me know. I predict Bitcoin will reach 90 Gs before the halving. Do you think ETH is a better investment for smaller account investors? Bitcoin is the best investment for the smaller account investors and the bigger account investors. Yeah, I mean, besides Bitcoin, if you ask me what the second best is, we got to ask Michael Saylor. Saylor, what's your recommended second coin besides Bitcoin?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
Well, there you have it. Saylor says there's no second best, so sorry, ETH. It's still early now. That's right. Volcano power. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty lit. You know what I mean? Most of these countries probably have volcanoes you can tap into. We're talking free energy. Nikola Tesla, he discovered free energy like a century ago, right? But the oil tycoons and the Rockefellers have been suppressing the free energy. I'm all for the free energy. I say we mine Bitcoin for free, family. Let's change the world. So now we're going to be able to tap into that. It's pretty amazing. Amen. Facts. There is no second best.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay.
Amen. I love Saylor. Remember, I recommended SRC20 last week for the Bitcoin ecosystem tokens. Look at now everyone is comparing 100 M market cap without any exchange. Think about when the listing is tier 1, says the Avori. Well, thank you for sharing. I don't really know anything about that. While crypto market reaches 10 trillion, let's go. Don't talk about Tesla, free energy device. You might get, yeah, you're right. I gotta be careful. That's why I love my fam. Thanks for the reminder. We're on YouTube right now. It is censored. Some of this conversation should be reserved for Rumble. If you're gaining value, smash the like. Yes, baby. Infrared, first or last, baby. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Y'all remember that track? Jizza Liquid Sword album, Kill a Priest, Bible acronym, basic instructions before leaving Earth. One of the most lit tracks of my childhood. I'll never forget. I got my money on Solana, says Birdie. Well, good luck with that one. I am late to the party, but let's go, says John Matrix. Welcome, family. Better late than never, right? Bitcoin for long-term wealth, says Jeff. It is an asset you can pass on to your children. Bitcoin is forever. Altcoins are investments and carry high risk. Well said, Jeff. Couldn't have said it better myself. Down with the bloody red queen, says Bring Facts. What up, Corona Free? Good to see you, family. How's your day going? Thanks for tuning in. Michael is one that made me feel safe investing in Bitcoin to begin with. Well, shout out to the Giga Chat.
Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, this is advice from Michael Saylor, by the way.
And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with.
There you have it. Saylor got all the secrets. He's sharing. I'm unleashing it all for you. But anyways, fam, let's dive into our next story of the day. Let's discuss Jamie Dimon's fear. Right? Let's discuss this. We know Jamie the Tapeworm Dimon, no one is a fan of here. Morgan Creek Capital founder Mark Yusko says that JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon and other figures of the traditional financial industry are worried about the rise of Bitcoin and crypto assets. Recently, Dimon said in a testimony to Congress that digital assets are for criminals, and if he were the government, he'd close it down. Well, guess what? Jamie Dimon is heavily invested into Bitcoin, so therefore he's calling himself a criminal. And we already know he's a real criminal, a fiat criminal, the worst of all criminals. They paid $38 billion in fines for criminal activity, such as money laundering. Go look it up. Anyways, I digress. In an interview on CNBC, Yusko says that Dimon has a direct interest in not embracing crypto as the technology has the power to make much of his industry obsolete. Preach. And of course, his handlers don't like it. Quoting him here, when your livelihood depends on not understanding something, you won't. Jamie understands it. He's a very smart person, but he and other people in the financial services industry are afraid. Quite honestly, this technology, blockchain tech, will do to financial services what the internet did to media and commerce. It changes the landscape. You and I can now exchange value without an intermediary. And for 838 years, we have needed intermediaries to exchange value. The banking system, the finance system, accounting and auditing, all of those things are less valuable in the new world with new technology. But it's inevitable. Now, Yusko says that in 2024, Bitcoin will likely enjoy additional demand pressure as several bullish catalysts pile up, and that currently the bull market is only just the beginning. Let me know if you agree with that sentiment. Quoting him here, as we head into the new year, we have got the halving of April or May of next year. That's exciting. That'll put additional demand pressure on Bitcoin. As we enter crypto fall next June, things can get very exciting. So we think the market is just getting warmed up here. So there you have it. And to watch this interview he did on CNBC, check the show notes below the video in the description. And yeah, let me know your thoughts of what Mark Yusko has to share. If you agree or disagree, I'm going to check the comments again. I have 3 Bitcoin, XRP, and Solana, says Raven. Word up, family. Which one is your biggest position? Let me know. Appreciate you, Luis Gonzalez, subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Much respect, family. One coin, okay, says the truth true. Solana, 75. We got some predictions here coming from Lazio. Right on. Bob, all money will be drained from the stocks. The government would try to stop that. The truth trill says still got coins from 2021. Well, you probably watched them soar in 2021 and hit peaks, and now they're probably down. Many of those, I would imagine, 90%. Let's see if they get resurrected. For your sake, I hope they do. Butt plug coin. Oh no, not the butt plug coin. You guys are wild.
And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth, which is Bitcoin.
Amen, Sailor. So you heard it here first. Bitcoin 88,000 by Christmas Day. Let's go. El Salvador hodling Bitcoin. Heck yeah. Shout out to Bukele. Bitcoin is revolutionary paradigm. Preach, Earl T. Harris. Well said, family. And shout out to the entire hodl gang. I see a lot of you guys in the chat right now. Let's get this mofo lit. John Matrix, when others are fearful, be greedy and buy up. Yeah, that's smart investment advice there. Go DGB. Is that Digibyte? Wow, I haven't heard Digi in a minute. I used to be a holder of Digi back in the day, but I eventually capitulated into Bitcoin. Right? They coming up now, says the True True. I didn't know the market then. Now you know, right? Say it, says Keith. USB mining for Bitcoin. You never know. That'd be interesting as well. My Uber Pay money is solely for Bitcoin. Gotta stack sats. I love that. Everyone here should be working for Bitcoin versus fiat. And if you get paid in fiat, that's okay. You can convert your pay into Bitcoin using apps such as Strike, maybe the Cash App, maybe what's the other one out there, Swan. There's a lot of options. I think it would be smart to be paid in Bitcoin. And if you run a business, receive payments in Bitcoin. You can do this as well. There's OpenNode. It's like a merchant account where you can program it to where, say, a customer pays you $1,000. You can divide it 50% in fiat, maybe to pay your bills, cover your expenses. Then the other 50% you can get paid in Bitcoin. There's so many ways to be collecting sats, not just as an investor, but we should be working for Bitcoin because that's the future. You're not going to be working for CBDCs. Why would you want to work for the slave money, right? You're being enslaved to work for slave money. You got to get to Bitcoin. That's when you become an investor. You're no longer a slave, right? And you got to hodl that. So work for Bitcoin now, right? Why wait? Don't just invest, but work for it. Internet of Things. That's right, the Internet of Things. Abar, XRP analysis, please. Sorry, no XRP analysis for you, brother. We did some Bitcoin analysis. That's really the focus of each day's TA. We focus on Bitcoin. However, if you catch me during a pump watch, we can pull up different charts. You know what I mean? Just to keep it entertaining. And we check out other coins, of course, but not during the pods. Toshi meme coin. Alan, no, it's from Warren Buffett. I was thinking of getting a second job just to work for Bitcoin through Strike, maybe just a shift or a week or something better than nothing, right? I'd be moonlighting the same way I'm doing multiple shows per day, right? Because I know how special this time is right now to be acquiring Bitcoin. And I think you guys recognize that too. So I would have 3 jobs if I was a worker, right? I have my own business, so I'm just hustling, doing what I got to do. But do everything in your power to stack sats. No excuses. This window of opportunity won't be here forever. You guys already know that. I'm preaching to the choir. Do you have a regular job or just living off of Bitcoin? My job, I pay myself for my business. I'm an employee of my business, and I run a business, and I'm a podcaster full time. So this is what I do. This is my job, big dog. So I don't work at my first job was McDonald's. Then I upgraded, became a collecting carts at the grocery store of Publix back in Florida when I was a kid. Those are my first 2 jobs, McDonald's and Publix, bagging groceries and collecting carts. Now I'm a Bitcoiner. I'll never work again. Thank God for that. But I do work for myself. Clearly, I put in hard work and effort. So to say I don't work wouldn't be accurate. I just work doing what I'm passionate about, which is preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. I mean, for Christ's sake, this is pod episode number 1489, right? So find another podcaster as consistent as I am. I dare ya. CBDC equals welfare coin. That's right. They want you on welfare. That's how they control you. Injective just became the first crypto to reach its all-time high from the last cycle. Well, congratulations if you're an Injective holder. Fish, are you? I got 2 jobs and get paid weekly, and every 2 weeks I invest every week. Right on. You got to do what you got to do. No excuses. I love it. Miami gang, where you at? Are you in Miami, Birdie? Yeah. We only see you from the chest up. Do you wear pants? No, I'm not Mr. Wonderful. I actually have shorts on, family. I got my NBA shorts on. I got my Allen Iverson throwback Georgetown Hoyas jersey. I've been an Iverson fan since he played for Georgetown. I was in middle school back then. But yeah, I'm not like Mr. Wonderful wearing a suit and then I would just wear nothing below. Because what if I hit something and the camera fell and then you see my nuts? That's not cool. I don't want anyone seeing these nuts, if you know what I mean. Just checking in while building a 100-foot wooden fence with my brother, relaxing and meditation music here. That's what's up. I appreciate you supporting the channel, family. Enjoy yourself. George is just consistent as you, JV. Right on. Much respect to George. I got love for Cryptos R Us. Why dream about winning the lottery when you can dream about buying Bitcoin? There you go. Dream about buying Bitcoin and earning it. I'm a musician. All of my tips from shows go to Bitcoin. Love to hear that. 50 Cent, when he dropped an album like a decade ago, a long time ago, he was accepting Bitcoin and he actually got paid in Bitcoin, and those Bitcoin earnings are now worth 25 million. So get paid in Bitcoin. I love it. And just hodl. Instant ban? What are you talking about, Big Dog David? These Nuts is the name of Mr. Beast's chocolate feastables. That's actually one of his chocolates. It's called These Nuts. So YouTube loves These Nuts. Just got to keep it real. They love These Nuts. That's actually the name of his chocolate bar, These Nuts. Yeah, so shout out Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber there is. What up, Melda? What it do, family? What up, Stag? I retired at 43. Well, congrats on your retirement. I was a pilot for 20 years. Well, enjoy yourself, family. Melda's enjoying the show. I love it. Anyways, fam, what up, Aaron? What up, Sean? Appreciate you guys. I literally dream about stacking more Bitcoin. I love it. George, the jungle friend, you and me. Watch out for that tree. Right on, Nate. Let's dive into our next story of the day. And now that we discussed Jamie Dimon, let's discuss the 48,000 target, which I still feel is in play for December. What are your thoughts, fam? And then we'll dive into the 530,000 Bitcoin price prediction by Bloomberg, and I'll be sharing you all the latest. I even have some bonus info to share with you today. So here we go. Earlier today, well, we all know Bitcoin just corrected and we just recovered, so that's all good. So the washout, if past even guides might have dented the sentiment, forcing inexperienced hodlers and traders to take a profit, allowing hodlers more control. If that's the case, considering that the uptrend remains when the Bitcoin price action is analyzed from a top-down preview, it could be the foundation for further gains in the days ahead. So let's discuss discuss it. Besides the heightened volatility and the likelihood of a potential profit-taking volatility, the resulting correction also led to some liquidation. According to CoinGlass data, December 11th, the flash crash saw over 105 million of leveraged long positions liquidated. And I think prior to that, there was 300 million, just FYI. So conversely, more than 15 million in short positions forcefully closed as prices quickly recovered, going against some of the trader positions. And while responding to this preview, some observers noted that the liquidating high leverage long positions had effectively removed the bearish elements from the market, which in turn this had positively paved the way for more price gains in the days ahead. Quoting Mike Alfred here, who they're referring to, that was a textbook washout. Open interest wiped. RSI reset. Beginners and high time frame traders scared and flat-footed. Just a touch of real fear. Exactly what you want to see. Stunningly gorgeous and perfect. Now we can head up towards 48,000 and beyond. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment from Mike Alfred. So looking at the Bitcoin daily price chart, the uptrend remains even with the coin consolidating in the lower time frame. Whether today's sell-off will be confirmed in the next 24 hours remain to be seen. Now from the candlestick arrangement on the daily, the longer lower wick suggests that the lower lows are being rejected. Notably, Bitcoin has the support at the 20-day moving average, highlighting the importance of this dynamic line. The price chart you can see here in your screen shows that the 45,000 level is a critical resistance. If there is a solid high volume growth above this level, Bitcoin might not only expand above 48 and 50, it could anchor the leg up towards 69,000, returning to an all-time high in the coming weeks. What's your thoughts on that, fam? Now, the current local high for the year is just shy of 45. We tapped, I think it was 44,750 on Coinbase when we were doing our live pump watch just a few days ago. How many of you were on that pump watch? Do let me know. Now, market participants viewed the potential approval of this first spot Bitcoin ETF in early January 2024, which the experts say we're likely to get the approval, giving it a 90% chance of being approved. But amid the evolving crypto regulation in the US, Europe, and beyond, a regulated ETF would, as we know, provide institutional investors with a more accessible way to gain exposure to the king crypto, potentially driving demand and pushing the prices higher. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the sentiment from Mike Alfred. And do you think we're likely to climb on up the 48 and test that mofo and potentially break out to a new all-time high sooner than later? Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to read as many comments out loud as I can before we dive into our feature story of the day and discuss Bloomberg's $530,000 Supercycle Bitcoin price prediction. Let's go. Welcome, Pam. Good to see you, Jay Martinez. GT protocol thoughts, anyone? I don't know anything about it. Pam says, you think Bitcoin going much further down? Well, we discussed today, according to on-chain analyst Willy Woo, he says we can potentially hit 39. So 39 is a bottom target, in my humble opinion, based off following the top analysts. And I think we could potentially just start climbing back up and retesting the local high of 44,750, or we may just range and be boring sideways trading action until January. Nobody knows. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. Shout out to Dan B. I appreciate you subbing, family. Last pump watch in the house. Thank you, Raven. You guys enjoying those pump watches? They're fun, right? We had like 25,000 people watch one maybe a week ago or so. It was pretty lit. I am bullish though all the way. Just don't be disappointed. Yeah, be prepared for all scenarios. Slap those likes. Thank you for that. Don't have much, so kind of thinking I should have taken, then pull back. Says Pam. Do you think many 69,000 buyers will sell then? I think the long-term hodlers are in this for the long haul. I think they're too smart to sell at 69. I mean, I think there'll be a percentage that sells because maybe they have to, or maybe they don't know any better. Maybe they don't have the knowledge. Maybe they're not tuned into the pod. But I think the bulk will maintain hodling because now is not a time to sell. Returning to 69 means we're going to head to 100,000 and 200,000 easy peasy this cycle. So the smart money is not selling. The smart money is buying like there ain't no tomorrow. Stupid money is selling. Yeah, the stupid people don't know any better. Sold my Digibyte for Bitcoin. You too, JB? Nice. Do you trade Bitcoin mining stocks? I do not, but many people in the chat are very bullish on these mining stocks. I've never bought a stock or traded a stock, so I'm a virgin when it comes to stocks, but I have some experience in crypto, just a little bit. I've been here since 2017. Buy that freaking dip. Amen. The indicators are showing bullish in all but the lowest time frames. Well, that's good. I like to be bullish on the higher time frames. That was a nice day, right, Crypto Surge? I'm looking forward to the next pump watch. Hopefully you guys will join us. It's absurd how many OGs still think we're in a bear market when Bitcoin is rising faster than the previous cycles. Yeah, some OGs just don't get it. Maybe we should take that moniker away from them. They're no longer OGs. They're old Gs, not OGs. They're no longer original gangsters. Yeah. I bought the dip yesterday, made a 25% profit in an hour. Congratulations, Raven. That's awesome. 48 this year, 159 next year. Send it. Let's get it. I say we flat until January, says David. Well, is that a good sign or a bad sign? Because I know you guys would probably continue to stack them sats. So like I said, if we correct, Bitcoiners are winners. If we moon, Bitcoiners are winners. Kaiser candle, big time winners. So no matter what, Bitcoiners will continue to win. Don't be a Kramer. Buy the dip. Right. Since Mr. Kramer said, Mr. Bitcoin's going down a few months ago, I think we're up like 80% since then. So there's a sign. Anything he says, we inverse it. You know what I mean? Just like Senator Warren, Jamie Dimon, and all of the enemies of Bitcoin, Gary Gensler, you name them. I'm fitty crypto stock. Okay. Right on, Angel. Good to note. What has been your best performing crypto stock thus far? Nah, this year by the 31st, we'll hit 50. Send it, Birdie. I'd love to see a 50,000. Price action for Christmas here personally. Michael Saylor says, do not sell. I'd listen to Saylor. I mean, for Christ's sake, the man has 174,000 Bitcoins. So when it comes to stacking biddies, he's my go-to. Him and Kaiser. Bought the dip and almost at 1 Bitcoin today. Congratulations, Jennifer. Everyone show her some love. That's a massive, massive feat you have accomplished. Not even half the millionaires in the world will be able to say I'm a whole coiner. So that's a big deal. Kramer always seems drunk, probably because he is. Probably on drugs. You know what I mean? He sold his soul. So you probably got to keep taking drugs to cope with it, my guess. I keep saying Xmas dinner, 47. I love it. 47 equals 11. 4 and 7 is 11. I just do this because learning Forex takes too long to be profitable. Right on. Crypto's the place to be. I'm convinced to stay. Just get nervous. Understand, Pam? If this is your first cycle, I mean, it's all new to you. But telling you from someone with past cycle experience, just hodl, sit tight, you'll be golden. This is my new favorite channel. Appreciate that, Dirty. And shout out to the ODB. Jacob, what up, fam? I sell fiat for BTC. Well done. Good move, Will. But anyways, family, now let's break down our featured story of the day and discuss this bullish prediction from Bloomberg predicting a super cycle for this incoming cycle for the bull rally, taking the Bitcoin price to $530,000 per coin. Send it. And let's get it. Let's break this one down. As you can see in the headline, Bloomberg predicts a crypto super cycle, the Bitcoin price rally to 500,000. Here's another headline. Bloomberg predicts Bitcoin to 500K in this crypto super cycle. I'm also going to be sharing a little bonus prediction from Michael Saylor, a little throwback, as well as a prediction from Cathie Wood from her interview with Bloomberg. But first and foremost, let's discuss the latest here. So here we go. The recent surge in Bitcoin price could be the beginning of a new crypto super cycle. How many of you agree that this will be a super cycle? Let me know your thoughts. That means it would propel Bitcoin to an astonishing $500,000 per coin. Send it and let's freaking go. Now, enthusiasts believe that the recent surge of the Bitcoin price action, which we saw Bitcoin surpass 42 and almost top 45,000, is indicative of a new monetary order that is captivating Wall Street and the digital asset community, according to a Monday report from Bloomberg. The excitement surrounding Bitcoin's rally has fueled optimistic predictions about its future gains. The prophecies for how high Bitcoin can go spanned anywhere from 50,000 to the intermediate term to above 530,000, according to their report. Quoting them here, it's getting crazy again. Those kinds of comments, or these kind of comments, just show how quickly sentiment can change for this asset class, said Matt Maley, the chief market strategist of Miller Tabak and Co. I would argue that one of the most important reasons Bitcoin rallied so strongly in 2020 and 2021 was because of the massive influx of liquidity into the system due to the pandemic. Now, without another huge liquidity program, some of those predictions are just a pipe dream. However, we do have ETF less than a month away. They're giving it a 90% probability of being approved. We have Bitcoin halving 4 months out. Will this spark the super cycle? Let me know your thoughts, family. Bitcoin experienced a remarkable revival this year, getting over 150% just thus far, and we're just getting started. Market watchers are eagerly anticipating the approval of the Bitcoin-based ETF in the US, which would bring billions of dollars of new investments into the space. That's right. Collectively, these major asset managers, there's 13 of them right now with an application into the SEC for their spot ETF. Collectively, we're talking 25 trillion in total assets under management. Let's go. The prospect of a Bitcoin ETF has generated significant institutional enthusiasm, contributing to the shifting market dynamics observed since mid-October. And according to Kaiko researchers, there has been a rise in crypto investment products and an uptick in daily spot trading volumes, reaching a 7-month high in November. They claim that the hope for a Bitcoin ETF approval, combined with an improving macro environment, has fueled the recent market momentum. While excitement about a broader crypto rally is spreading across X and social media platforms, it's important to exercise caution. Like I say, be prepared for all scenarios because nobody knows when we're going to pop. Now, we all know the skeptics remain skeptics, like the Peter Schiffs of the world. So who cares what the skeptics have to say? Let's hear what Michael Saylor has to say, the GigaChat himself, the CEO and founder of the first publicly traded company, MicroStrategy, to put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Here's a throwback. I shared this back on October 11th of 2022. So this is a year throwback prediction I shared. Yo, the next logical stop for Bitcoin is to replace gold as a non-sovereign store value asset. Gold is a $10 trillion asset. Bitcoin is digital gold. It's 100 times better than gold. And if Bitcoin goes to the value of gold, it goes to $500,000 per Bitcoin. Now, also, the Winklevoss twins made the case for a $500,000 Bitcoin, and that's ultimately the same sentiment in which Michael Saylor was suggesting. This was before the ETF craze. This is just Bitcoin overtaking gold as a store, a value asset. We all know that Bitcoin is superior to gold in every way you can measure it, right? Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. It's a hedge against deflation. It's a store of value. It's pristine collateral. It's perfect money. It's unconfiscatable. It's borderless. It's immutable. And the list goes on and on. So there's no comparison whatsoever. So yeah, I do believe we could actually hit 100 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. And I think gold will remain at 10 trillion or less. But what are your thoughts, fam? Because I do think Bitcoin will outpace gold 10x in the future. I want to know your thoughts. Now, here's a Cathie Wood prediction, which she shared on a Bloomberg interview, being we were speaking about Bloomberg predicting Bitcoin hitting roughly 530,000 per coin. So quoting Cathie here, we went on a bear base and bull case. Our bull case is 1.5 million. The base case is 682,000 for Bitcoin. Now, one reason internally our confidence had increased towards the bull case is because what happened during the regional banking crisis back in March. What happened? As regional banks are going bankrupt and the stocks are imploding across the board for the KRE, Bitcoin rallied from 19 Gs to 30,000. And I want to stop there. Let's not forget, earlier this year, Bitcoin was like $17,000, $19,000. Today, we're above 40,000. So to be bearish is kind of idiocracy, in my humble opinion. What are your thoughts, fam? Why did that happen? That was the flight to safety. That is the insurance policy that we are talking about that we believe everyone will want at the end of the day. That's right. Bitcoin is a flight to safety. It's a flight to quality, as Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, said. And it's also an insurance policy, which is a great way to look at Bitcoin. It's an insurance policy against these two things: confiscation of wealth, either directly or by inflation, or in the deflation world. And I want to stop there because confiscation of wealth, in my opinion, makes Bitcoin freaking priceless. I can't even put a dollar value on the true value of Bitcoin just due to the fact it's unconfiscatable, and all other forms of wealth and assets can be taken from you, just like they took away from Andrew Tate and Tristan on some bogus charges just because they became enemies of the state for preaching the truth. So therefore, Bitcoin is invaluable, right? You can't put a dollar value on it because it's true wealth that can't be stolen from you. It's an insurance policy. So I love how Cathie Wood points this out. Let me know if you agree with her here. What is the hedge against? It's a hedge against counterparty risk. Amen. We don't trust the banks. We don't trust the CBDCs. We don't trust the politicians. We don't trust the bankers, the Jamie Dimons. We don't trust the experts of the financial world that are misleading us, the inverse Kramer mofos out there. You know what I mean? Who do I trust? Bitcoin. That's it. Bitcoin's incorruptible. It's the only thing you can trust. It's the only place that is safe as a store of value. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but this is fact. We won't have an 08, 09 with Bitcoin. Everything is decentralized and transparent. No obfuscation. So shout out to Cathie Wood. I agree with her on this 100%. Let me know your thoughts surrounding Bloomberg's $530,000 Supercycle Bitcoin price prediction for this cycle entering into 2024 and 2025. And now let's get lit with our live Q&A session. What it do, guys? What up, Josh? He says, sorry, gold. Amen. Sorry, gold. Seems like, but I'm not sorry at the same time, right? Seems like 10 Bitcoins is the minimum you need to retire a multimillionaire. I need more Bitcoin. Yeah, I think every individual is going to have a different target. For some of you, it's going to be just get to 1 Bitcoin because maybe 10 sounds so far-fetched, it's unattainable. So you start with where you're at. We're all in different shoes. I mean, Michael Saylor would probably commit suicide if he only owned 10 Bitcoin, right? Because the guy owns hundreds of thousands. So to each their own, just stack and don't compare yourself to anyone else. So if you're not yet a whole coiner, my recommendation to you, become a whole coiner. That would be goal number 1. If becoming a whole coiner seems too far-fetched, start with 0.1 Bitcoin. Make it 10 times easier, right? Because 0.1 Bitcoin times 10 is 1 Bitcoin. So give yourself a goal that's attainable that you can believe is possible. First and foremost, shout out to The Truth Trill. I appreciate you subbing to #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod and the most passionate podcaster preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. Appreciate you. What up, David? Bitcoin is everything. Amen. Preach. Appreciate that. 6.15 Bitcoin for eternal riches. There you go. And you know the rest, I'm sure. Well, check this out. If you can store your private keys in your brain right here, you could take your Bitcoin with you to the afterlife. You may not be able to use it in the afterlife, but if you're reincarnated and you believe in reincarnation, you can come back here and maybe you can remember that. Maybe it'll be programmed in your soul if you say it enough in your unconscious mind. And then you can come back like a boss 100 years later on Earth and be like, yo, I got all the biddies. You can't do that with gold. Try taking gold with you to the afterlife. They'll basically, what is it called? They'll unbury you and they'll steal the gold out of your casket. That's the reality with thieves. You know what I mean? But thieves aren't going to try to steal your Bitcoin because it's unconfiscatable. You're set. If you can do 0.1, you can do 0.1 10 times. Amen. And the same concept with acquiring 1 Bitcoin. If you can do that 1 time, you can do that 10 times more. Not saying it's easy to do. It may be a challenge, but where there is a will, there is a way. And it's going to be 100 times easier to achieve that in today's day and age than it will be 2 cycles from now and another decade from here. That, my friend, is fact. I can't even get 1, says Pam. We'll start with where you're at. Something is better than nothing. 100,000 Satoshis is better than 0 Satoshis. So if Bitcoin, hey, that's a little intimidating. It's so much money. We'll start with some sats. Stack sats, Satoshis, it's all good. Get yourself your first 1,000 sats. It's probably just a few bucks to do so. Everyone here should be a Satoshi millionaire. And if not already a Bitcoin millionaire, you should be working towards that. And all you got to do is hodl and keep adding to your bag. Simple. It sounds so simple, most people won't be able to do it. That's just the reality of it. Grave diggers, oh snap. Shout out, one of my favorite groups, that was pre-Wu-Tang. Shout out to the RZA, the grave diggers. Stealing your gold, but they can't steal your Bitcoin. That's what tax returns are for. Megadon, what up, family? Let's get back on track. Let's go. BTC to the moon. Yes, kids do remember things that happened before they were born, things like when they worked in real. Yeah, people have past life regressions and experiences, 100%. Because the memory is stored in the soul. How else can you explain it? If you don't have a brain no more and you're in a, you know what I mean? You come back. I don't know if you guys believe in reincarnation, but I believe that exists. You know what I mean? Until you reach the highest level of enlightenment or nirvana, you're probably going to come back. So if you come back, you might as well bring your Bitcoin back with you. Yeah, shout out to the RZA. He the man. Welcome, Laszlo, Brooklyn. Shame on you when you step through to the old dirty. Yeah, you already know. Big fan right here. Yo, little ODB sounds just like his pops. You guys see Little Dirty? Wow. I have 1/4 of a Bitcoin now. Keep going, Patrick. Well done. You're 1/4 of the way there. I believe in you, dog. We never die. That's right. If you die without cashing your Bitcoin, at least the value will increase. Well, it'll increase for the rest of the people. So it's like a donation to all the Bitcoiners on the network. Even if you buy 1,000 a Bitcoin today, if you wait long enough, you'll be a millionaire eventually. That's true. 532,000 per BTC, says PM Squared. Yes. According to Bloomberg, energy is never wasted. There you go. Fact. In heaven. Let's go. Bury me a G. What other coins would you advise to buy? Wait, let me ask Michael Saylor.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, so Saylor just says there's no second best. So I'm sorry. I'm sticking with what Saylor says for now. Buddha Monk. I was a big fan of Buddha Monk. All the Bitcoin, all the Wu-Tang affiliates and disciples I followed, Buddha Monk being one of them. When I was a kid, I wanted to become a Shaolin monk. Just to give you some foresight, I would dedicate myself to just training martial arts all day, sitting in a lotus, meditation, you know what I mean? All that stuff. Kung Fu and meditation was my life. So you bet a rapper named Buddha Monk I listened to. Bloomberg, nice, let's do it, right? Orca, well, 10x, says Sean. Right on, you bullish on Orca? I take it that's an altcoin. I don't know about that one. Bob S., welcome family. There is no second best. Amen. Sailor's always on point.
Right? There's no second best, okay?
Okay. Yeah. YFG, thank you for stubbing to #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Cheers, family. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is for the children. Amen. I liked Wu-Tang so much because they dropped a lot of hidden knowledge, things that you can't learn about in school. So I felt like I was getting a real education listening to Wu-Tang, and everything my teachers were teaching me, I'm like, oh, this is wrong. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. What is that? Satoshionaire is 100 million sats. Yeah, everyone can get there. 36 styles of danger. 36 chambers of death, kid. And any chess fans here? Remember the Liquid Swords album for Jizza? It was the chessboard. And me and my friends used to refer to the chessboard as the 64 squares of death because we'd have some serious battles at my crib on the chessboard. I love the chessboard. Shout out to NGE and 5% to the Genius teaching us supreme alphabets. Yeah, where my Woo crew at? Let's get it. Appreciate you guys. Emilio is the man. Shout out Emilio. What's the second most invested coin you have in crypto?
But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take
all your money and buy Bitcoin, Saylor says. So don't worry about the second best. Don't worry about the second biggest by market cap, because the reality is the second biggest crypto by market cap has an infinite max supply. So it's not a store of value. And can it be trusted? Got to think about that. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to what with. Yeah. And hey, we're actually going to be ending the stream here on YouTube. But speaking of Wu-Tang, I have the most illest remix from Cream. Y'all know cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Well, we have the Bitcoin remix, and I'm going to play that over on Rumble to start the show. So if you want to check that out, let me know. And the chorus goes something like this. Bitcoins rule everything around me. Cream, get the money. $1 million bitch, y'all. So you got to join me. So if you don't know, we stream simultaneous at the same time on YouTube and Rumble. YouTube stream ends, then we continue on Rumble. Why? It's an uncensored platform. JV can speak freely. We're going to be doing a JV React session. We're going to be playing the remix of that Cash Rules Everything Around Me, but Bitcoin rules everything around me. It's going to be lit. I highly recommend you go join us on Rumble. If you're not familiar with Rumble, it's a video platform very similar to YouTube, but they respect free speech. They don't have the BS censorship, which we experience here. So we're going to all head on over to Rumble right now and let's get this party started, shall we? I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me today on YouTube, and we'll be back tomorrow. Same bit time, same bit channel. Deuces, YouTube. See you on over on Rumble.